Hi everyone, it's Cindy, and I'm here with my Little Women book as a project share. Finally finished it. It is a big, old, chunky monkey of a book. It is 6.5 inches wide by 9.25 inches tall by 3 inches deep. It's got a 3-inch spine on it. It has 3 signatures, 15 sheets in each, making 60 sides and 180 sheets in all. That doesn't include some paper bags that I stuffed in there, as well as some doilies and some other little odds and ends, pockets and tags and tuck spots. Oh my! So first of all, I started with a copy of Little Women that I bought on eBay for a few bucks. And I actually bought 2. I bought the first one and it came and it was too nice to cut up. And I looked around and couldn't find anything else. And so I bought another one that was in just a little less pristine condition. And that's the one I cut up. It had wonderful full color illustrations in. This is one of them, actually. The cover had art. But first of all, I had to cut off some of it when I tore the book apart. Second of all, I wanted to make use of these illustrations. I used one in each signature. But I also wanted to make the book my own, I guess. As much as you can do that with someone else's artwork. So I layered the drawing, or the artwork onto some craft cardstock and stitched it in place. I also cut this out. It's a Sizzix die by Tim Holtz of Chantilly lace, and there's Chantilly lace here. I fussy cut flowers from various pieces of paper in the collection. I used Recollections English Rose Garden paper, which I coffee dyed, and used for the pages and tucks and tags and all that sort of thing. You can still see the title, Little Women, as well as some of the artwork from the page. And on the spine, I used some blue calico type fabric and a piece of lace from my stash. Put a piece of lace down the front and back outside edges of the spine. And also on the back, I used another one of these Sizzix die cuts backed with blue cardstock to cover up the UPC code, which is what I did here as well, not to cover up the UPC, but I backed it with the navy cardstock. So I put a hitch post fastener with an elastic tie, and as you can see, when I let go, it's going to pop right up. The pages are very buckled due to their having been coffee dyed, excuse me. You know, that little thing from the Dollar Tree is cute, but it's really a pain in the butt. Don't buy one if you haven't already. These are papers from the collection that I used on the inside covers, both front and back. And each signature contains 4 sheets of patterned paper from the collection, as well as various other kinds of paper that you'll see as we flip through. So, I love this page. I wanted to include this page as much as possible without having to mess with the beautiful design of the birds and butterflies and the foliage, so that's basically what I did. On the inside cover, I did a little bit of the cover of the signature. I did a little bit of stamping here, coffee dyed legal paper where the lines just all disappeared and edged with lace. And this is coffee dyed copy paper. On the inside of that, I made a pocket. I watercolored some of the line drawings from the, I don't go down here far enough. I watercolored some of the line drawings from the book, pen and ink drawings, and put them on craft colored cardstock to make pockets. I have a variety of tags. This one's just a real simple piece of extra cardstock and a colored tea-dyed index card. Here's some note paper from a planner collection that I found at Tuesday Morning. Tea-dyed that. Regular tea-dyed paper here, just copy paper, and a little bit of stenciling, a little stamping here on the back side of this patterned paper. Love this with the butterflies. A pocket here from a scrap of the paper. This is a die I have that makes this pretty lace pattern. And so I made a pocket for each signature like that. In this pocket, I have just a tag. There's nothing special about it, just cut with the die that I got a few weeks ago from eBay, and some little lace at the top. I made these little booklets by gluing two flashcards that I bought and was not real happy with because one side of them is real high gloss and I didn't like them for junk journaling. But they work well for covering up and sort of making a collage type effect for these little notebooks, which I've stitched together here at the center. I covered the glossy side mostly with craft cardstock. A little bit of paper and as well here. This is fussy cut from this same paper that I used on the inside of the cover. Some embroidered daisies, a little bit of lace, some pearl trim, and that's this little booklet. I actually used this design, I sort of co-opted it from Gail Agostinelli, who learned it from Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventures. So, yeah, they used Project Life cards. I just happened to have these flashcards that I didn't like very much. So, next page, I have inserted a doily here, just for pretty. This is some tissue or tracing paper, coffee dyed, and it got sort of a crazy texture. A fabric flip that I put sideways, just to be fun and different. Again, this is regular coffee paper. This is patterned paper from the collection. Again, this die that I have that makes lace, I put along the edge of one sheet in each signature. This is the coffee dyeing, actually tea dyeing. I tea dyed this paper, not coffee dyed it. A little bit of stamping. This was gray paper that I edged with some lace. There's a little charm here of a cross. More of that note paper from a planner, a paper bag. Inside we have a couple of tags. Actually, this is a little booklet and a tea-dyed index card, colored index card. I made these little sort of matchbook tablets with just a few sheets of various papers in here, and they just close just like a matchbook. Pop those in there. Again, more coffee dyed paper. Here's one of those illustrations that I again sewed to a piece of craft cardstock. Some stamping here, by the way. There's a caption. This is Meg and John's wedding. And there's a large tag in here with another illustration. And lots of room for journaling on the back if that's what you want to do. This is legal paper that was very, very fragile. So I glued that onto that tag. Some more stamping on the back of this, at the center of the signature. My strings, I glued little butterfly punch outs here. Little pocket here with a folded index card. The other half of that bag with a collage tag that I used some of one of the illustrations, some fabric, some lace, and just generally had a good time doing that. More of that paper from the planner. More coffee dyed paper with a tuck spot. A large tag, again, with one of the illustrations. It's Laurie and Joe. And another coffee dyed, or tea dyed, pardon me, index card. A little bit of stamping. This, I used a pizza pan for heating this up, so we got those funky little dots on there. Pretty paper in the collection. Again, the other side of the coffee or tea dyed paper. Some seam binding and some lace, a little charm, which is just basically a little leaf. It's really cute and sweet on a bulb pin. And here is the other side of that patterned paper with the butterflies. The other side of the stenciling, and another lace-edged pocket from the collection, and there's nothing in there. I'll have to put a tag in there. Another part of that paper from the journal, from the planner. Some a little fabric scraps zigzagged on there. 2 layers of ribbon. One is patterned, one is just a grosgrain. And that's the end of the signature with a little pocket that flips up if you're tucked in there, and a little bit of extra note paper in here. And my light is flashing, so I'm going to stop, and I will flip through the other signatures with not quite so much detail when I start the next video.